What it do, surprise Shawty crew, and hey my Daisy loves, y'all. I'm sorry still for the audio, just bear with me. We just got a little while longer of being uncomfortable with the situation, okay, which is a whole nother word. But I wanted to share this really quickly on this beautiful Sunday. One pastor's whole sermon today was a video that I've done, so I'm gonna reshare that. I was like, this is crazy. It was really good. But something that God has been highlighting to me for like the last week is like full victory. And I've never said that. I always say, like victory. I know when he's ushering us into a victory, like a win. But this is like a victorious season. But more than that, it's full victory. And so I was just going to type that up because that's really all I was hearing. But then yesterday he broke it down even more, okay? Jesus was already walking around with power and authority because he was 100% God, 100% man. But it's in that moment, which goes back to the sermon today and the video that I'm going to share. But it's in that moment where he lays down his life. Like, that is his decision, right? Pastor said that today. Like, nobody took it from him. He laid it down. It's in that moment when we are willing to do that sacrifice, when we know, like, you know what, I really don't even have to do this, truth be told. And I felt that way. If we can be honest today, family, the spouse, I felt like that. I don't got to sit here. I don't got to take this. I don't got to keep going so hard for y'all. Like, I absolutely don't. But then I remember the night in the shower where I was praying and I told God I was standing in the gap. Oftentimes I'm like, why did the Holy Spirit lead me to pray that? Because it can be so hurtful when it's like, why y'all coming against me? Which is another thing that I want to talk about. But let's talk about this. It's in that moment where Jesus does that. And during that time where he is perceived dead, because he was dead, so I can't really do this, but everybody thought he was dead, but we really knew he was going to get back up. In that time, he goes to hell and he get the keys to hell, right? He defeats death. He defeats the grave. He defeats hell, right? Like, there is no hell when you're with Jesus. And that's a whole nother conversation that me and my mom was having, because hell is the absence of the presence of God. Focus, Megan. Okay. But it's in that, and he gets the keys, and then he gets all power in heaven and in hell, and all power, any power in anywhere, in any space. Like, name a neighborhood I can't go. I don't know why I just said that, but seriously, the rappers say that, but he had all authority in all of those places. He got up with all power. And when you believe in him, you have that full victory. I've said this a lot of times. We know this. We get happy at church when they preach it and stuff, but it's like a different level of understanding that. You ain't got no little bit of victory. You got all the victory. And this is a time in your life where you're going to see the full victory over things that have been plaguing your bloodline, over things that have been plaguing your union. You are going to see the full victory over those things. And it came from you still being willing to sacrifice how you felt, to sacrifice, you going through a lot. I'm not struggling with that. I don't have to deal with this. I deserve better than this. I'm worth more than this. But you knew what God told you to do, and you were still willing to hold it down and sacrifice. Now, I want to encourage you with another piece. It absolutely felt like hell for me earlier in the year. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It absolutely felt like hell. And it got to a point to where I wanted to give up, but in the same breath, it was like, it's got to be better than this, because there's no way I am being attacked like this. There is no way my relationship with my family is being attacked like this if it wasn't better and more for us to do. There is no way the enemy has been trying to keep me from this man this whole time. This marriage, this union, this togetherness, there is no way there's not another version of us that is better than this, the way that it's being attacked. And I want to encourage you all with that. All the stuff I just went through in my family and me being so like, hey, like for real though, I'm off, y'all. I don't care if we never speak again. Sometimes it takes me getting to that point, right? And I let it go. But I should have known when it got to that point, God had something better in store for us. And it was always like I would dream of the better. God would show me the promise. And then it was like, what is this? Like, it would be like all hell was breaking loose in the relationship, in my family. You get what I'm saying? At work, whatever it is, it feels like that until God does what only he can do. And you're in that place of sacrifice and surrender. And it's like, no wonder he was trying to keep me away from them. Look at all the stuff that was going to come out if we all, right, all parties involved. Because if a party is not agreeing that Jesus is Lord over here, that's who gets kicked out, right? Anywho, but when everybody starts to agree and submit to his will, that's when he the change comes in. Now, for me being who I am, I really did have to, I don't want to say threaten to leave, because I didn't threaten, I did leave. Like, I'm not doing this. And that's where I saw a lot of change. But you can do that and still be present, which is a whole nother kingdom marriage word I think I need to release. But I wanted to encourage you with that. So if it got real bad, it got real ugly, it's because of the beauty and the glory, his glory, that is going to come through in that union, in your family, the new things. Like, please don't think y'all finna break generational curses, y'all finna go into new territory and stuff, and the devil is not gonna be at your neck. Like, that should have been a sign for me. Like, you coming for me just a little too hard. But now being on the other side, it's like, I probably would have came for me too if I was a loser like the devil, right? But I'm not. Thank God for Jesus. We have full victory and full authority, and now's the time for you to walk in that. The counterfeit is not going to defeat you and your man, period. Let's just start there. Anything he birthed with a counterfeit, that is not going to triumph over what God has promised, which is Isaac. Start there. Really believe that. And then when you walk in that authority, like, why am I not walking in this authority? Why am I not walking in this full victory that he has promised me? Same with your family. All that little stuff, all those personalities clashing and this. When everybody starts submitting to the Lord, when he truly is the new sheriff in town, and for kingdom marriage, he's been telling me, like, nah, like, I'm in the group chat, I'm in the group text with y'all, don't worry about it, sweetheart, right? Like, oh, but it's really Jesus gracious part, and then not having to be on I'm really off you. I gotta work on that, right? But that's when I allow his full authority to come in a situation so that I can have full victory. Otherwise, Megan is trying to fix it, and it take me being so frustrated and tired, and I just, you know what, let go and let God, and that's when he moves in. So I want to encourage you, because for me, it's like, we've done this a few times. I'm tired of having these same conversations with y'all. I'm tired of having these same arguments. I'm tired of going around in these same circles. I'm tired of going around in this same mountain. Like, I was fed up. I sped up in October before I got sick. Then I got sick, started feeling better, and I got fed up again. I was like, what is that? Because it wasn't the full victory. And I feel like he really has to do away completely with the old thing. Hear me. Before you can get the full victory. So, I don't know who needs this, but that's what it's for. Even with the spirit of Jezebel, which I had just wrote a post about bullying this week. Yeah, like, before it was like I would have little wins, and it was like, yeah, we're not doing that no more. And give yourself grace, because improvement is still good. But it's this full victory over that thing. You gonna spot Jezebel a mile away, all the different ways she come, and we're not doing that, sweetie, right? You're not finna talk to me any kind of way, no matter where it is. Like, and that's crazy to me, because it's like, oh no, like, I really have the full authority over this. And once you get to that place, then it can't, baby, what counterfeit is finna do what between me and this man? I wanna know. I'm trying to figure that out. Before I wasn't confident in that, but now I'm really like, no, this is my union. This is the Lord's union. Full victory, full authority. That's where we're at. Thank him in advance. But you get those keys in those low times. I don't know if I said that, but when it feel like you going through hell, because that's what he was highlighting to me. Like, Jesus literally went to hell. Like, he died, he went to hell, but he went to hell to get the keys. And sometimes we going through hell and we don't realize, like, oh, but I'm getting the keys. I went through hell with this man. I got the keys. I went through hell trying to get my family to a healthier state. I got the keys. I went through hell at that job. Do you hear me? And I did. And I got the keys now. It's in those low places. If you don't give up, which I didn't, thank God. Something in me just refused to die, and it is Jesus Christ, because he didn't stay dead. Come on, Holy Spirit. If you don't quit, if you don't give up, that's how you come back from those low places with the keys. And now you can go back. You can help other people. Come out, y'all. Come out, you guys, right? Shout out to Jesus. So I just keep coming back. And the Lord has been clear. It's not always that. So this is how you start talking about full authority. The full authority, you walking in that, is how you have the full victory. It's not necessarily that you're not still going, those things ain't gonna still pop up to try to do different things and separate y'all and all that. But you get the wisdom on how to move. You learn how to be quiet. You learn how to pray. You learn how to let him fight the battle. You can recognize it, and you know what to do. That's the full victory. So that's what ushers in the full victory, right? You learn how to move more mature. You learn how to move with love. You learn how to move with wisdom. Because say somebody do something, they do got you messed up, and it's like, well, we're just not going to talk. How about that? Now you're making it worse. Versus you covering it with love, you steady praying, you still showing up, and now you can continue to move in that victory. Because when we move certain ways, that's not showing that we know we have the authority, but ultimately that he has the authority. Because if we knew that, then we would give it to him, right? So So it's not that everybody is gonna be perfect all of a sudden. That's not what it is. You change, they change, and now y'all can operate and move in that full authority and that full victory. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's it. I love y'all. I pray I have a great day.